14-0 or something like that before the fight.
That's crazy.
And he was talking about how like he just needs something to excite people, and I mean he did it.
Fuck yeah, spinning back elbow, bro, like on a hyped dude.
Yeah, big hype.
On a hyped guy. I mean, but like, you know, that's why I saw something saying like, stop putting top Bellator guys against top 10 UFC guys, thinking they're gonna smash them. Like it's just a different level. You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially with I forget the other guy's name again. The Asian guy that came from, I think, he came from another organization. I was like, he was a champ, came over here, fought Pantoja, lost.
Oh.
And then fought last night and lost.
Again. Yeah. I don't remember his name either.
But yeah, that's when he went to the UFC 0-2. Like, they're really the top of the fight game. And like, you gotta respect it. Like,
dude, but I mean, it is what it is, you know? Yeah. But let's start.
Yeah. Okay.
So, thank you, bro, for coming to sit down over here. If you can, please introduce yourself to everybody.
Yeah. My name's Kamren, Raleigh. I'm fighting out of Classic Fight Team in 10th Planet, Chino Hills.
10th Planet, Chino Hills, baby. Let's go.
Yes, sir. That's the homeland right there.
Hell yeah. So that's how I know you, obviously. We both train at 10th Planet, Chino Hills. And, you know, I think I've known you for quite a while already. It feels like it, you know what I mean? But, I feel like as long as I've known you, like, I don't really like know you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why I like kind of like sitting here with people, you know, especially people that I train with too, because we train, we talk shit, we hang out at the gym, but like, when was the last time you sat down and just like had a convo with somebody from the gym? You know what I mean? It's a minute, right?
Yeah, it's been a minute.
You know? So that's why I wanted you to come here, because like, I think, you know, you have a lot going on and you've been putting in a lot of hard work, and, you know, I've seen you, you know, do your thing, man. And it's impressive, you know? I know you have a fight coming up. If you can, tell everybody about that a little bit.
So August 30th is going to be my MMA debut. So I've done Muay Thai events, I've done Jiu Jitsu events, but this is the first time putting it all together. That was pretty much the game plan that was set up from the beginning, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. As soon as I walked into 10 Planet Chinos, that's the first place I ever trained. I've never trained before that. So when you met me, that was the beginning of me training ever. So
yeah.
That was almost 2 years ago now. So you've really seen the entire journey, but when I walked in those doors, I kind of laid it out right away. I talked to Jeff and I told him, you know, this is what I want to do. Like, I told him as well, like, I understand a lot of people talk, like, I'm going to show you this is what I want to do. And then I came every single day, 3 times a day from the jump, and like hurting, body on fire, like so confused as to how other people do it. And eventually just adapted and the ball started rolling, and then your body starts to feel like that callus, and where things just, it hurts for a minute and then it's gone.
It doesn't even matter anymore.
Yeah, that's
you know better than I do, bro.
Oh yeah. Kind of hurts until it becomes normal, and then.
But so like, yeah, so I knew that was like your kind of your entry into martial arts. But how did you like what made you say like, you know what, I'm going to 10th Planet Chino Hills?
So I had met Jeff. I don't know if you were there when they were out of Punch It Up.
Yeah.
So when they were out of that boxing gym, I had met him. I was messing around with some of my friends in the ring, and he had walked by and said, "Oh, if you come take a trial class, like I'll hop in there and teach you a couple of things." And I laughed. I was like, "Nah, like I'm all right." I always respected jiu-jitsu. I've always known about like different martial arts, but I've always just kind of like peeked in the room during my workout, like, what are they doing? Like, this looks crazy. But I never thought I'd want to do it. And to the point where I guess it kind of became where I knew if I wanted to do MMA, the last thing I want to do is not know what to do on the ground, because regardless of the fight, starting on the feet, one way or another is going to get to the ground. Especially today, it's such a wrestling heavy, like grappling heavy game currently, to where I feel like every fight ends up on the ground one way or another. So I knew I had to tackle that. So meeting him at Punch It Up, when it came to me committing to actually like wanting to do MMA, I knew I should give him a try. And plus, it was in Chino Hills. I live in Chino Hills. It was down the street from my house, and the schedule worked perfect. There was nothing really that there was no negative, and I had no other experience. So I had to start somewhere, and they had a trial class, and I was like, well, let's go see. It's free. Like, why not?
Yeah.
And the first day, I remember he talks about it all the time. He put me in guards, like, okay, just touch my forehead. And he made me look like a fool in front of the whole class. And I was like, yeah, wow, this is crazy. Because in my, like, looking at him and even on the mat, it's like, I'm way taller than you. Like, this should be easy. Like, not even thinking about how strong he was. And like, he doesn't look like the strongest guy, but he just understands so well. But he made me look like a fool. And then I was like, okay, yeah, like if he could do that to me, I'm sure a lot of other people could do that to me, and I'm not okay with that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think it's funny, like you say that, like, like Jeff's very unassuming in the way he looks. You know what I mean? Like you wouldn't think that he is a fucking badass MMA wise and jiu-jitsu wise. You know what I mean? But like when, like you're saying, like he made you look like a fool. It's obviously, I think now you should know that I'm pretty sure that wasn't his intentions, but it was just more or less to show you, like,
there's levels.
Yeah, there's levels to this, and this is like, where this is where you might be lacking in something,
Mm-hmm.
But when you were at Punch It Up, when you were in the ring, were you already thinking like, I want to do MMA, so I want to try this boxing stuff first, or was this not even a thought yet?
It was, at that point, it wasn't a thought, but it was always a conversation, if that makes sense. It was always something that was brought up from other people. Like, oh, do you fight? Why don't you fight? You should fight. And I was always just, nah, like I don't want to. Like,
why would people ask you? Were you like a fighter?
Because I was always in the gym boxing. Like, I was always had, like, whether it was just random people that wanted to spar, and even though I had no idea what I was doing, it was under no guidance. It was all just TikTok videos and YouTube videos of, well, what can you do? Like, what can I do by myself? So working on like random footwork drills or like random things on the bag. Like, when I first started, I thought I was a southpaw. I'm not a southpaw. like, I'm far from that. But I didn't know any better, and so that's what felt comfortable. That lead hand being the jab, like, it was all right. Like, this is what I do. And so after I bought boxing gloves that they had at the gym, and I was just, whenever I was in there, I'd always find time, just an extra 30 minutes to hit the bag or jump in the ring and just do footwork, because it was open. Like, as long as no one else was using it, I figured, okay, well, I could use it. And so that's pretty much how it started. And then, yeah, including some of my friends at the time, convincing them to buy gloves, and then we would spar each other or whatever, and then just have fun. But that's kind of how that conversation always came up. It's like, oh, well, why don't you fight? Or you should fight XYZ, whatever.
Got it.
I always, like, whenever they would ask that question, it would definitely intrigue me, like, oh, maybe I should. But I always knew I wasn't ready to be 100%. Like, I feel like in this sport, if you're going to do it and try to compete, if you're not doing it 100%, you're doing it a disservice. Like, you got to respect the fact that these other people are probably going harder than you are. And like, that's kind of what keeps me going is, well, I got to keep going. I got to do more, because this guy I'm fighting, he's probably doing more. Like, he should be doing more, if that makes sense.
No, yeah, 100%.
And so that's kind of why I didn't do it at first, is because I knew I wasn't ready to go the extra mile and do the one up of the next person.
And then when you realize, like, hey, like, I can make the commitment to this, like, it was just all in.
Pretty much, yeah, from the jump, from day one. Like, right after the trial class, I talked to him that same day, signed him that same day, and never looked back, not even for a moment.
Nice.
Never missed more than a day at a time, like, unless I was sick or injured. And even being injured, I would still show up. It was only ever when I was really sick, if I got to stay away, obviously. But from that day one, it was every single day, like multiple times a day. And then,
yeah, I would see like pictures, like the class pictures, and I'd be like, man, that dude's there again.
Like, who is this guy? That's pretty much it. I just hated losing, and I hated getting beat up by other people, and just like, and that kind of kept me going too. Is like, I didn't want to continue just to get beat up by everybody. I wanted to do what they were doing to me, and eventually that started happening. And I was like, maybe I'm kind of good at this. I kind of got this going a little bit.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, nothing boosts your confidence more than like tapping people in the mats, especially in competition too. You know, that's so funny, man. When I would see you there, like, all the time, I remember, I think I asked Jeff one time, I said, man, does this dude work? Like, I was like, how is he like there like 3 times a day? And I don't remember what he told me, but it was just funny. I was joking around when I said it, but it was just kind of like, I would say, 'cause I feel like I see a lot of the same people in like the morning classes and the afternoon classes. And yeah, so that's always my like thing in my head. It's like, God damn, don't people work?
Yeah,
Like
so
I'm at work.
yeah.
Like,
Why are you guys there? Like how? Like I thought the same thing too when I was first looking at the schedule. Because I looked at the schedule probably like for a whole week in advance before starting, like understanding where it is and like seeing how my week could align around that.
Mhm.
Um, and when I saw the 11 a.m. classes, I was like, those have to be empty. Like there's no way people go to 11 a.m. and still manage to go to work and do everything else. But
That's
then you
fact.
kind of it's packed. It is packed, and it's packed full of the best people. Like
Yeah.
the 11 a.m. classes are always the best classes.
Well, I go at night, bro. So
Yeah,
you
well, I know it's like that. It's not like, especially right now with the way my schedule is, I don't even get to see that often. Like,
yeah.
because I'm only there Thursdays and Friday nights.
Mhm.
Mondays. Sometimes on Mondays and sometimes on Tuesday. I'm never there on Tuesday nights.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Usually when I go, I'm usually there on a Tuesday night for sure,
mhm.
and then occasionally like on a Friday or a Thursday night. But every time I go, if you're not there, you're always training at Classic, I believe.
Yeah, it's always one or the other. It's never not training.
Yeah.
That's the hardest part. Is there's not enough hours in the day to do everything that I want to do. Like,
Bro, that's everybody.
it sucks. I hate it. And it's like I just want to be able to train more and like go to every single class. I don't want to miss classes because then you miss details. Like you miss the finest of conversations, and it's like that's a whole game changer on that move. Like if you could put your hand here or here and different, like way different, or like we, especially now doing MMA, we'll do certain moves and then we'll like, oh, let's go put a glove on, and then well now you can't do it this way because your hand will get stuck because the glove, like, and so you gotta make sure you do it this way. Like if you're doing like some rubber guard stuff, for instance,
Right.
like you have to make sure your hand's over the shin, not under it, because if it's under, you're gonna get stuck when you block it up.
It's all those little details.
It's the small things, but if you miss a class and like you're just not there for that conversation, they're not gonna remember to bring it back up. As much as Jeff does a really, really good job of like trying to include me because he knows how the schedule is. There's just those small details that make a big difference.
Yeah, for sure. That is one thing. Yeah, I will say is Jeff is very considerate with the fighters. As far as like making sure he goes over the details with you guys, and I think that comes from him being an MMA fighter, where he knows like, hey, you guys need to know this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I wanted to ask you about training at Classic.
Okay.
Because I've never even been there. Like, but it looks like just fucking dogs. You know what I mean? Like, it looks like that's a fucking training room to be in.
Yeah,
it
was intimidating. It was so intimidating at first. I mean, even going to 10th Planet, Chino was intimidating at first, but that was obviously my beginning. And before I went to Classic, like I got a little bit of stand up in with Jeff, and like he taught me some of the basics. But when it came to going to Classic, I had looked at them before I even signed up for 10th Planet Channels, but with them being all the way in Fountain Valley, I was like, oh yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. Like that'd be dumb. Why would I ever drive out that far? Like that's a pipe dream in my head. And then as I started competing in Muay Thai, then I talked to Jeff. I was like, look, I need to get more. Like, and he was on board. But he wasn't like, he was on board, but he wasn't like, he didn't know where I was going, what I meant or where I was going to take it. But then when I brought up Classic, he was like, oh yeah, like that's for the place to go.
You gonna go there? Like, yeah okay.
Yeah, exactly. Cause like I had tried getting extra training from a couple other people, and it just wasn't, not that it wasn't working out, but it just wasn't enough. And I would constantly like be in his ear about it, like, yeah, I'm doing this, but it just doesn't feel like enough. And so when I brought up training somewhere else and I splitting up my days, he was like, yeah, but where? And so when I told him Classic, he was like, yeah, that's it.
That's dope. So who runs like your program over there at Classic?
So it's split up. So Tyler Wombles and Diego Paez are the two head coaches. Tyler Wombles is the owner of Classic, and then Diego's just one of the teachers. But Diego has all the night classes, and then Tyler does all the morning classes. So I always take Tyler's Monday classes, and then Diego's Tuesday classes, and then sparring's on Wednesday. So, but yeah, for the most part, I take instruction from both Tyler and Diego.
Dang. I mean, just like listening to your schedule.
It's a lot.
I'm like, bro, like, that's crazy. But I mean, you're, how old are you? I didn't even ask you.
I'm 25.
Yeah. So I mean, like, dude, you're like, you better be doing all this shit right now. You know what I
Bro,
mean?
I'm behind in my head. Like, if that makes sense. Like,
Mm,
you see people like little Nicky. He's not even little. I can't call him little Nicky anymore.
right.
But like, he started when he was a kid, and he dogged me. Like, and it's like, okay, see, I'm behind. I'm way behind in my head.
But see, and I think that's unfair for you to say because, like, yeah, Nikki, I think he's like 14 or something like that, but he's been training for like 10 years already.
Yeah.
You know, and you've been training 2 years, but you train in multiple disciplines where he's focused purely on jujitsu, and he kills everybody.
Yeah, he's really good. Yeah,
he is a legit ninja.
Yeah. I love that kid.
Yeah, him and his dad are great people. I love when I see them. But yeah, dude, I mean, like 25 years old, like you're not even anywhere near your prime.
There's a lot of time to go.
You still got so much time, bro. And you know, I think if you just keep focusing the way like you are right now, and you just keep grinding that training time and all that stuff, dude, like who knows?
I feel like the sky's the limit. And honestly, like even with the people around me, they speak to me like that. Like, oh, you have no idea how far you can take this. And like that constant reminder, because there's plenty of days where I don't want to get up. Like, I don't want to go to practice. Like, it's already been a long day. I already practiced this many times. Like, I don't want to do this one. But then it's like when you go and then you get that little reminder, like, dude, you're going to be great. Like, look at this. Like, look at what you're doing. Like, and that constant, the consistency of having those people in your corners has been a big key to this. Like, as much as it's a solo sport, I've never felt alone at any point when I've done this. Like, maybe sometimes on the drives, because the drives be long. Those are long drives. But even then, like, everyone's just a phone call away. So, like,
yeah, I think the perception of it as being like a solo sport is misunderstood. Because, you know, what's the first thing everybody thinks?
Their team.
Yeah. You know,
that's the first thing.
Their team, their coach, their training partners. Like, without them, you know, you're not going to be there, you know, saying I won. You know, it's so I think like the idea that it's a solo sport is like, yeah, you're in there in the ring that moment, but like everybody that's been pushing you and grinding with you behind you is like, that's your team.
It reminds me of like, have you ever seen the Avatar, The Last Airbender?
Yeah, actually I have.
Okay, so you know when he goes like into the Avatar state and it's all like the past avatars, it kind of feels like that. Like, I know whenever I've like been on the mats, especially in troubling situations, I've been able to somehow consciously think to myself like, no, these people sacrificed for me. Like, they deserve to see better out of me. And like, it was just a boost of energy. Like,
that makes me wonder. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, it makes me wonder, like, do all 25-year-old fighters think like that? Because that's a very like fucking amazing way for you to think.
I don't know. I don't even know why I even like started thinking like that. Like, it kind of like that kind of that's kind of what I think about leading into like a competition, if that makes sense as well. Like, I know that my partners have pushed me so much harder than these people. Like, I try to talk to myself in that way where it's like, they don't have my partners. They don't have my training partners. They don't have my coaches. They haven't done the things I've done and put in the work I put in. And like having that reminder of like, I could look around and see these people and be like, no, these people are killers. Like, if I can hang with these people, then you're not an issue. Like, but being able to remind yourself of that will get you out of like those holes where it's like, you could feel stuck in whatever position or whatever spot you're in. And then you get that little reminder, like, no, I've been way worse and I got out. Like, someone else that I was way better at the position had me here and they helped me figure it out. Like, and I find it works. It's definitely a good way to think. Like, it definitely gets me through.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that I feel is helpful, regardless of the sport, even if it's a martial art or anything, is just because what it sounds like in the midst of anything, you have like this calmness and this like collectiveness that you can just like almost like just chill out and be like, okay, well, we got this. Like, we'll figure this out. Right? I've been here before, you know, and I think that's it's hard for a lot of people to get that to that
Mhm.
point. You know what I mean? Even if they've been doing it for a long time, and you still get flustered and frustrated in certain positions, but like to just be able to be like, okay, I'm here, we're good, I'll figure it out right now, you know.
Yeah.
And then hopefully you don't have to tap it.
Yeah. What's the next step? It better not be tapping. Yeah. Absolutely. I think a lot of it also comes with having a good coach in the corner too. Like
Mm.
Jeff is really good at having the ability to be heard. Like I can hear his instructions so clear, and like because he does it in the room. Like while we're training, he is so clear and precise with his instructions. But he's above all other noise, and like his, I don't know if it's his voice or the way he projects his voice, but it pierces through everything else. And there's been times where I've been in trouble, or not even in trouble. There's been times where I've been in positions and the brain fog, like I don't know what to do next, and then he'll sit there and guide you through, and it'll work flawlessly. And it's like having that is also really reassuring because like you don't gotta think too much. You have someone on the outside thinking for you, and that's gotten me in good spots too. So
Yeah,
a lot of credit to that.
that's crazy that you say that too, because I remember my very first competition. I remember telling my brother, it was really weird to me because I remember while I was rolling and I was like, that's all I could hear was Jeff's voice, and it was like, oh, okay, I'll do this. Okay, I'll do
Yeah,
that.
everything else kind of goes quiet. It's crazy.
It
How
was
that
really
works.
weird. Yeah.
Like
Yeah, maybe it's like, I don't know, maybe he just has like some kind of like frequency or something in his
something,
voice.
right? Yeah,
Like you said, it
something.
pierces through everything, and you're just like, okay, I hear you.
Yeah,
You know, and it's kind of cool.
it has to. I think a big part of it has to do with when you are being coached by him. He will talk like he talks to you in the same tone, and like especially during rolls or whatever, like during open mats or like 10-round Tuesdays. Like when he's coaching, he will coach over all the noise, and like you find a way to lock onto it. I think that like is a mental part of it maybe because it's being ingrained in you. Like you hear this, focus on this. Like,
Yeah.
and I don't think he does it consciously either. I think that's just how it is. Like I think that's just
Something
who
that
he
happened.
is, and that's
Yeah.
something that just has naturally happened with his fighters.
That's
So,
cool.
yeah.
The
That's cool.
Are any of the coaches from Classic going to be there in your corner as well for
Tyler's
your
gonna be
fight?
there. Yeah, so we actually have a lot of people from Classic on that card. I think in total we have like 4 other people.
Oh shit!
It's me, Carlos, Jeff, and then one other guy. I can't remember his name right now. He doesn't train out of Classic, but he's been at the Classic practices for this
Oh, okay.
fight. But they're trying to get like the whole team there. I know everyone's trying to be there from both gyms, but and Tyler's going to be there already for the other fighters as well. So I don't know who the third person is going to be, but I know for sure it's going to be Jeff and Tyler.
I mean, it's kind of all you need, I think.
Yeah,
Really.
I got the ground and I got the stand up.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I hope my other coach Christian Aguilera. I hope
he coaches you?
Yeah, he's the coach at Tenori. So Tenori is like an extension of Classic, and he's the MMA coach at Tenori. So he coaches me like on Wednesdays and on Fridays. But I would love for him to be in the corner as well because same thing. He has a really good voice and a really good eye for like MMA.
Yeah, he's a dog. I remember seeing him. I think it was his debut on UFC, and I was like, "Oh, local guy." I was like, "Fuck yeah, let's go!" You know. And he fucking racked up some wins real quick.
Oh yeah,
he's a dog, dude.
Yeah, to have him like that's what I'm saying. To have him in your corner is like motivating in itself.
Yeah,
and I hope intimidating for the other guy because like, yo, look who this guy is. Like my corner lineup is stacked. Like it's so sick. Like I never thought that this is where it would go. Like I never really I expected it and I wanted it. I just didn't think it was gonna happen the way it happened. I couldn't be more grateful for it though. There's a saying, I can't say verbatim. I'm not sure how it is verbatim, but pretty much it's just like you're a product of your environment. So like you can take the sum up of the 5 people that you're around the most, and that's what you'll be.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. The 5 people you hang around with, you'll be the 6th.
Yeah. So just with that alone, I feel unstoppable, which is crazy because it's like I'm only so deep in as far as it's only been almost 2 years, not even 2 years yet. But the amount of years of experience I have around me that are constantly drilling into me and leveling me up, it's crazy. It's almost like going into like a video game and all your friends are already max level And it's like, yeah, here, just go this way. And then, oh, you don't got to do that. Just do this. And like, or you got to make sure you do this and do this a lot. Like, and they're just giving you all the upgraded weapons and stuff like that. Like,
I mean, I get the video game reference. I don't play video games, but I get it. But I think what that speaks to me is like, it's awesome that you realize that, but that you're also listening to it, because you have to think about like how many people have that same opportunity like that and just fuck it off, or they think like, oh, I know better, and then you don't know who they are. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But like, cause I'm sure like you're not the only person. Obviously, you're not the only person that trains with these people.
Mm-hmm.
And so like, for you to like realize that and like take that to heart and like to go with it and know to listen to them. That's why like, dude, that's what's so cool, because when I hear this coming from you now, like it's just like, dude, like, yeah, you know what, dude, fucking sky is the limit for you, bro. It's amazing, man. Like it's gonna be cool. You're gonna be in for buckle up.
It's already been such a ride, and it's like the crazy part is everything feels so blended together. Like it doesn't feel like it's been as long as it's been, but the days and the weeks and the months, like they fly by. And maybe it's just because I'm constantly in the same environment. I'm only ever doing this. I don't do anything else. Like I don't have an outside life besides this. Like I mean, I'm a dad, so like I obviously spend time with my kid, but like outside of that, like I don't have a personal life. Like this is my personal life.
Right.
This is all I do, all I want to do, and at this point, I can't see me doing something else.
Right.
Like it's engulfed my entire life, and it's like I got told that was going to happen. And I was like, oh yeah, whatever. Nah, yeah, it's the truth.
It fucking gets you, dude.
Bro, it gets you.
So like, yeah, like, cause I mean, I've seen it with multiple people. I mean, like, fuck, it happened to me, and I didn't start till I was like old. I was already in my 40s when I started, and yeah, dude, it just like it took over.
It's crazy.
I've changed like work schedules. I've tried to like dance around everything just so I can make sure I have time to go to the gym every week. Like it's even like this, like just setting these interviews up, or episodes up, as I like to call them. It's just all for the love of it, dude. But like, I would have never done it if I hadn't ever just walked into that gym.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
It's the root of so much growth.
Yeah.
Like, and it's just a seed that everyone really has. It's just if you choose to water it, because by nature we should be attracted to these type of things. Like,
what do you mean by that?
Like, I mean, I think if you just think of like the anatomy of what it means to be like a human, like to be attracted to competition, or I don't want to say as a man,
as a person,
no, as a person, I feel like the sense of competition, and also having like a pack mentality. I feel like the same way that dogs do. Like dogs enjoy being in a pack, or that's natural for them, is to be in a pack. Like you go back to being like a caveman, it was about being strong, about being resourceful, being in these stressful situations. Like by nature, I feel like we should naturally be attracted to something like that. To want to challenge ourselves every day, to want to grow every day, to want to be able to defend ourselves at the very least. Like,
I agree with that.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine like if I didn't walk in that first day and didn't get my ass handed to me in a bag. Here you go. Like I would have walked around thinking, I'll beat anybody up. Like you don't know until you don't know. You don't know until you know.
Yeah.
And so I knew then. It was like, oh yeah, I'll get walked in the streets. Like,
dude, yeah.
So now it's like you walk around with a different sense of confidence. And I've always heard that too. Is like people that fight don't want conflict necessarily, like in the streets, because it's the truth. Like I train all day. The last thing I want to do is I don't have any reason to fight you right now. Like no matter how angry you can get me, like that's not.
Like I just don't want to fight you.
I'm not trying to fight
you.
Like it's cool.
Yeah, I mean, how many like hardcore like MMA athletes or jiu-jitsu athletes or Muay Thai athletes, like the first thing they'll tell you to do is like just walk away, just run if you can, like get the fuck away from there. Like,
because what happens if I do fight? When I get in trouble, I can't train. I hurt myself, can't train. Well, if I lose, I'm never gonna want to train again. But like, yeah, there's so many more negatives to positives, and like,
it's just not worth it.
Yeah,
and you realize it, you know? Yeah, exactly.
Even in the room, like on the mat, you still see people all the time that will go insanely hard, and it's like, what are you doing? Like you learn yourself something. Like, like, relax a little bit. Like, there's times to go hard and times to push yourselves, but like on open mats or like 10 on Tuesdays and stuff like that, like you don't win nothing in here. Like, we're all your friends. Like, we all want you to get better. This is the only sport. Well, I think MMA in general is the only sport where you will hurt somebody and they will look at you afterwards and laugh and give you a high five and a hug and tell you thank you.
Yeah.
And every time anyone, like, there's a few fighters that I train with that will put it on me. And like, in the moment, it's like, damn, this sucks. But then afterwards, I thank them every single time. Thank you so much, because I needed that. One way or another, I needed it. Whether it was to humble me, whether it was to show me holes, whether it was to make me stronger, tougher, mentally tougher. Because I know no one else could do that to me. I for sure know that no one in my weight class could do that to me. So if I can make it through you and survive, then these other people, I don't have a problem.
It goes back to what you were saying earlier. You know what I mean? About literally. Like, you know, them doing that to you, putting it on you, is only helping you out when you go fight somebody else. Because then it's like, well, I've been here before, and you ain't nothing like the dude I trained with.
That was way harder at practice. Like, and it's all, I hope. I like to think it's all out of love. Like, I don't even care to ask if it is or if it isn't. I just take it like it is. Like,
I think you can tell.
Yeah.
You can tell when someone's having a bad day.
Yeah. And you might catch a little smile here and there, like afterwards, after the fact, like, all right.
Yeah.
Thanks. I remember at first I could see the confusion on their face when I'd say thank you. And like afterwards, like, I just beat shit out of you. What do you mean thank you? Like, nah, I get it. Like, it's love. Like, it's like, even like if you don't want to give, if the energy that you're trying to give me isn't love, I'm still taking it as that regardless. It only made me better. Like,
yeah, because I was going to ask you right now when you said that, was like, is the training room that much more different in an MMA gym versus a jiu-jitsu gym? Because like, you know, after we're rolling, it's always like it's always love. It's always like, thank you. Like, hey man, like, yeah, you almost broke my ankle, but cool.
Yeah.
Thanks.
There's just days, it definitely has its days where things are a lot harder, but I mean, you're also punching each other and getting punched back. And I feel like there's emotions in jiu-jitsu, but there's also a lot of emotions in MMA, but obviously you learn how to control them. But no matter what, someone punches you in the face, you want to get that back. You ain't gonna hit, like, you kick me in the head, dog. Like, what? But I think it's more intense for a reason. Like, there's definitely a purpose behind it. Like, when you're doing these MMA drills or you're doing like MMA sparring, like, we're doing it because we're gonna go in there and fight somebody else. So like, I'm a fight how I'm a fight. Like, obviously you pull your power, you're not trying to knock anybody out, you're not trying to hurt your partners, but you're in a fight. It's whether it's a spar or not, it's still a fight. And so there ain't no going slow, there ain't no taking a step back. Like, you go in there, you put your hands up, and you guys go. And you learn, and like, if you really, if you can read the body language if it's getting too much.
Yeah.
And so then things might change up. But I mean, I haven't really, like, I've never been injured like that, like, if that makes sense. So it's never gone to that point of like, oh, this is too intense, or you're going to get hurt, or you're going to hurt me. That's why I feel like it's always been out of love, because there's definitely been spots where that could have happened. Like, if you really wanted to, you could have done something.
Yeah.
So like I said, that's why I feel like it's always out of love. Like, I don't think it's anything but tough love. Like, you're here with the best of the best, so you get used to it. Like, if you want to sit there and go in there and fight somebody, like, you gotta be able to do it with us. Like, if you can't do it with us, then what are you doing?
Especially you're representing them.
Like, exactly.
Yeah.
So, like, I'll never take it. That's why I say I'll never take it anything but love. Because at the end of the day, like, if they didn't want to see me make it, I wouldn't be where I am with them either. Like, they saw something. I don't know what it, like, necessarily what it was. I mean, other than just showing up, like, all I did was just show up and just, I guess, just make it known what I wanted to do.
I think that's actually really cool that, like, because I didn't know that, like, your very first day, like, you were like, this is what I'm gonna do, like, and this is what I want, like, you know. I think that's really cool because, like, you're fucking doing it, You know what I
I'm
mean?
fucking doing
It's
it,
awesome.
dude.
Yeah.
I'm fucking doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like how many people, like you said, like how many people just talk?
I started the same day, the same week I started. I think I had like 5 other people that started at the same time, like around the same time, and I don't, I don't remember their names. Like, I'll be honest, like and that's cool. Like
Yeah.
even like throughout the time, you see it all the time. People come in for a month and you never see them again.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, it sucks because sometimes I like them.
yeah. Oh yeah. It sucks because like you definitely become friends with them. I kind
Yeah.
of like learn not to, not in a bad way, because I treat everyone the same way. I treat everyone with utmost respect in the room.
Yeah.
I always assume that someone's better than me. Like I learned that very fast. Like it doesn't matter who they are, what they look like, whether big, small, like covered in tattoos or not. Like it could be a straight nerd, and that's probably the scariest guy in the room. Like
Yeah.
9 times out of 10. But yeah, so I learned quickly to treat everyone with the same respect. But it happened to me the other day. Someone was like, "Oh, you know so and so," and I was like, "No," and they're like, "Bro, you talk to him every day," and I was like, "Who?" And he's like, "This guy." He like this. I was like, "Nah, like show me a picture." And showed me the picture of him, and I was like, I don't know. He's like, he has purple gloves. I was like, I do know. I do talk to that guy a lot.
You
I
didn't recognize
know
his
his
face. You
name,
saw the
yeah.
gloves, and you were like, I know.
Exactly. And I was like, and it's not even that I was disrespecting. It's like, not that I don't care to get your name, but a name is only so much. I know you so much more on the mat than I do. Like how you know me more on the mat than you do personally.
Right.
But like, eventually, if you're there enough, I'll know your name.
Yeah, no, it does
like,
because I think, like you said, so many people come in, whether they're visiting, whether they're signing up. I mean, dude, yeah, it's hard to remember everybody's name, especially if you got a big ass class. You know, you're not gonna walk in there and just go down the line and be like, "What's up, Steve? What's up, Joe? What's up?" You know what I mean? It's gonna be like, "What's up, big dog?"
Yeah, exactly. What's up, big dog? All the time. That's my go-to. Like, and like it's all out of love.
Yeah, yeah. There's no disrespect to it. It's just it is what it is. You know?
And like that's why I think it's cool to become a staple in a gym, because people will learn who you are without you having to introduce yourself, because other people will be saying your name so much, or like at 10th Planet I'm always the ook, so like it's Cam Kamren or Cam can use you, like so naturally everyone knows, oh, it's Cam. I have Killa on the back of my shorts, so everyone calls me Killa too.
Right,
so like, at least they got something to say. And like I learned to just respond to both. Like either they'll say Killa or they'll say Cam, or sometimes they'll say both, and like that's cool. But
Cam. Question.
Yeah.
So, are you a fan of Kamren?
Of course.
Okay, because I was like,
Cam in the pink.
He has to know Killa Cam is Kamren.
I was thinking about getting a fight. I'm not gonna do it. That'd be funny. I'll get the pink fuzzy hat with the pink.
Bro, I mean, maybe
tough.
not that far, but like, you know,
it'd be cool. It's not that counts, you know.
Maybe get like a pink beanie or something, you know.
Like
that's so funny. When you said it right now, I was like, I gotta ask because you're 25.
Yeah.
Does he know?
Yeah, I do.
That's hilarious, dude. But no,
that would be cool though.
What were we talking about? Oh yeah, so I was gonna say, like, the amount of people that I've seen like come and go in just like the few years that I've been with Jeff, because I've been with Jeff since like he opened up a gym, a non-10th Planet gym, and it was just like, yeah, you just see like rotating visitors, but then you also get just people coming in and then you never see them again, you know. And it was a little frustrating because, like I said, sometimes you grow to like them, and then it's like, oh, what happened to so and so? You know what I mean? Like, oh well, you know, the statistic is always true. You know?
It's like when you meet people that you like that come in. Well, it's like a bittersweet. They come in, but they're not from like either the state or from the city or whatever. And then they're here visiting for X amount of days or for X amount of weeks.
Yeah.
And they go back to wherever, or even teammates that have been around for a long time. That's like, oh, well, life is happening. I got to move. It's like, what, like, what you mean? Like, that always sucks. Like, that's always the hard part. Because now you have these like, it's cool because then you have these connections in other places, and if you ever go to those places, you know where to go.
You're welcomed.
Yeah, and it's like, you have that open door, like, which is always great, but it is like a bittersweet for sure.
The open door thing, It's definitely a true thing, especially with, from my experience with 10th Planet, like going to different states and, even just different schools, whatever is, if you just tell them like, yeah, train at 10th Planet, like chances are you're not even going to pay a drop-in fee.
Yeah.
They're just like, come on in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's really cool. I can't speak on other affiliations, obviously, but like, that's really dope.
I think I was talking to Jeff about this the other day. Like with 10 Planet, like I think of jiu-jitsu as a language. I feel like 10 Planet is its own dialect of language, obviously. And so like it's like you go to another part of the world, wherever, and if you speak the same language, well, you're more accepted. So it's like you go to another school, well, we speak our language already. So of course, like you're one of
You
us.
just speak it a little differently.
Yeah. So I think that's.
Yeah, it's since it's obviously it's blown up as much as it has, but I think even before our time, it's just, it was just always, if you trained, it was love.
Yeah. I never, when I started training at 10th Planet, like I never understood jiu-jitsu stereotypes. Like I never even saw the memes. Like obviously until you start doing it, then your algorithm gets changed, whatever.
Right.
But like I remember all like when I first started and told people like, oh, you train at 10th Planet, that's like a cult, this, that. And it's like, nah, like we just like jujitsu a lot. Like, a lot of just jujitsu.
Every jujitsu place is a cult, bro.
Yeah, literally, like bro, the whole jujitsu as a whole is a cult. Bro.
Yeah.
Literally a bunch of certified killers like can kill the average person.
For sure, dude.
That's dangerous. If for the wrong person, that's real dangerous. Like you don't gotta. Ain't no background check. Like you want to learn how to kill somebody, pull up. Like
I'll show you real quick.
yeah, you could break a neck like this. You could break the arms. You want toe holds. Like
I mean, if someone has bad intentions, definitely the wrong thing to do is join a jiu-jitsu gym.
Don't do that. Yeah. Hopefully it changes your mind.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it does, dude. I think it changes your mind in a lot of different ways. Obviously I can only speak on jiu-jitsu, but like I think any martial art will change your, as long as you're into it and it becomes your discipline. I think it could change everything about you, in a positive way, even if you did think like I'm going to be like the baddest motherfucker in the world, and then it turns out like I don't even want to fight anymore.
Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, exactly. There's so many different things that it can help with, and different like ways that it kind of like builds you up, mentally, physically, all the above, just, like you said, like you've thought you could fight until you realized you couldn't.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like I think that's kind of goes back into how I was saying, and it's in our DNA to do this type of stuff. Like whether you find out you're a hunter gatherer or you find out you're a fighter, like where do you go in that? But I think getting away from screens all the time and like having like I don't want to say competition because in the room it's not, but having something that pushes yourself physically outside of just lifting weights, because even lifting weights can get boring. Like I mean, I do both.
I love lifting weights.
Like I love it, but I understand why people wouldn't. Like the same way I understand why people wouldn't like jiu-jitsu. But it's just another way to also stay active, but stay prepared and keep your body moving. I like you see old people still doing jiu-jitsu, and it's like
I'm one of them, bro.
Yeah, but like the ones that go hard, yeah, they might be a little broken, but like the ones that just do it for the fun of the sport, like they're chilling.
Yeah.
If anything, I've heard of it helping people, like just being that active and doing the movements that we do. Like I think that kind of goes hand in hand with I don't want to say all martial arts, but a lot of martial arts. Like it's just good for the body.
100%.
It's good for the body, good for the mind. There's no downside to it. I mean, maybe
how many days have you had that are just like maybe running in a shitty way, and then you just like go to the gym and you're just like everything's great afterwards?
All the time.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Like even on my way to the gym, it could be bad. Like I remember it was like 2 weeks ago. I was getting in my car, went to throw my water in my car, and I didn't cap it all the way. Water everywhere. I'm like, bro, it could not get worse than this. And then when class and honestly, we're all about it. Like, and we got back in the car, I was like, oh, that's still there. That sucks.
That's
But like,
okay. You know,
yeah,
yeah.
like I'll do that later. Like just
Yeah.
water. Like it could be worse. Like, um, but it's because you have to be so focused. When you get into class, you can't have these outside distractions anymore. And like if you once you can learn to turn that off, it's like you walk through the door and it's like everything is shed off of you. It's almost like a force field. Like
Mhm.
at the moment you walk in, the only thing that's allowed to come in is you. Like your ego, your problems, like whatever happened at work, whatever happened with your wife, whatever happened with your husband, whatever it is, your kids, XYZ, whatever. It's gone. Like that is outside stuff. This is inside stuff.
Yeah.
Like I think one of the most important parts of the sport is learning how to mentally separate yourself from problems to being in the moment and understanding what's going on currently. And that helps you both inside and outside the sport. Like there's so many attributes and skills that you learn through MMA or martial arts in general that are applied to the outside world that people don't even think about. But that's a big one. Like that mental strength of being able to go into a room with all your problems that you have and to be able to turn that off and just focus. Because if you don't focus, you're gonna lose.
Hmm.
That's a fact. Like if you're not focused on what you're doing in that moment, you start to roll with somebody, you're losing because they're 10 steps ahead of you already. And so if you apply that to real life, like that, you can apply that while you're at work. You can apply that while you're in any real life problem, any real life issue.
Yeah.
Like just focus on what matters and what's in front of you and what you can deal with right now. The rest of the problems are not here yet. Do what you gotta do to get by right now. Like whether you're mounted and you have the biggest guy on top of you. Like, well, what's my first problem? I gotta get out of this mount. Like
Right, right.
anything else, like I can't think about a submission. Why am I thinking about sub? I can't even. I'm stuck. Like, I need
Right,
to get out of
right.
this.
Got to address the immediate
Yeah.
first. Yeah.
So you learn to do that, and you learn to apply that everywhere else. Like those are skills that are universal.
Have you experienced like actually like keeping those life thoughts in your head while you're like training MMA or jujitsu?
Like
Like
using them in the real world. Like
no, like I mean like you're having a bad day and you come into the class but you can't shut it off.
oh,
Like
I've had days where I haven't been able to. Yeah,
yeah,
more so towards the beginning. Like
yeah.
when I first started, it was already just like a harder time. When I started, it was already just a hard time. Like a lot of stuff was going on.
Hmm.
Um, and I remember it was at an OFAMAT, and I was going with actually Alan, and he called me out. He's like, "You need to relax. Like whatever you have, relax. Like you need to breathe, focus on jujitsu." And then because he was beating me up, but he was way better than me. So like I just wasn't able to get anything. He could just see me getting frustrated. He's like, "Look, focus. Like everything else doesn't matter. Focus on this." And then eventually I started to realize like that's how things are being taught. Like you don't get this until you get this. Like, um, and that's when I really started to separate like that outside problems.
So it clicked to you.
Yeah, I was like, okay, like if I'm whatever I have, I try to leave it in the car. Like whatever it is, I don't even let it come out of my car when I take it to practice. Like in the parking lot, you're walking up your final breaths. If it's a hard day, whatever, you're here now. Like this is this is my safe space. Like,
Yeah.
this is where I get to go and be me. It doesn't matter if you're rich, broke, if you just got out of jail. Like it doesn't matter who you are. When you walk in the room, you're a student, and so everyone's on the same playing field. Like there is no hierarchy or whatever. Like there's belts and stuff like that, but that's a key thing, you know. Who cares about belts? Like I don't care. And not like yeah, who cares? Like who really like it don't matter. Um,
That's one thing I actually love about um, martial arts, but jujitsu is obviously what I speak on. But and I've said this before, it's just like you roll with so many different people from so many different backgrounds that have gone through so many different things. Like it's insane. You know what I mean? That's the one thing that everybody kind of comes together on at that moment. It's just kind of like you said, we're all students at that moment.
yeah,
Or we're all rolling at that moment. You know what I mean? But it's like, you know, outside of here, you're a cop. Outside of here, you're a doctor. Outside of here, you're a criminal. You know what I mean?
If someone would have told me I would become like really, really good friends with cops a couple years ago, I'm like, hell no. What do you mean? Like, what? And someone told me like, oh, I'll be rolling around with a cop. I'm like, in what way? Like, what do you mean by that? Like, I'm not trying to get in no trouble. Like,
Right.
and there's some of the most like Mike Lee, like I consider him one of my best friends. Like, I know I can talk to him about anything.
Yeah.
And I talk to him, we just send each other stuff on Instagram all the time. But like that's one, like I said, one of my best friends. Like I love seeing him when he comes to class. Like he's always busy, especially right now with work. But like never would I have ever guessed that I would be like so close to a cop like that. Like unless they were one of my friends that decided to be a cop.
Right. Right.
Even now, all my friends are just people that do the sport. Like I don't have like really outside friends like that. It's all just.
It's like unless you knew them when you were like young.
Even then, like I don't like with having a kid outside of jiu-jitsu, that's my time. Like either like I have one friend that has a kid, and then actually I have two friends that have kids, and we're pretty close because our kids get to play together. They're all around the same age, but they wouldn't touch jiu-jitsu with a 10-foot pole. Like they wouldn't. I've tried getting them to do jiu-jitsu for the longest time. Like I feel like jiu-jitsu is one of the easier sports to get involved in because I remember when I first started I was intimidated because I was like, well, am I just gonna walk in like mid-lesson? Like what about everything else that they've been teaching? I have no idea. But like that's the beauty of it is like you come in and you could be on day number 1 and now you know something that someone that didn't go to that class, they don't know that. Like maybe they do from before, but if they had just started however long ago, maybe this is something that they don't know now. But you could pick up from wherever and pick up along the way, and everything else is going to be taught to you, whether it's by other students or just through other classes. Like everything comes full circle. The game is constantly evolving as well. Like it's never jiu-jitsu what it was 10 years ago is not the same jiu-jitsu it is now. Like I constantly hear that all the time. Like Jeff talks about that all the time. It's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same.
It isn't though, man. I mean, I think that's good that it always evolves. You know what I mean? Because like I've described it as just a never-ending puzzle.
Yeah.
You know, it's always missing one puzzle piece. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And whoever gets it first, like
and then someone will spin off of that and take it somewhere else. You know, and I think that's what makes it so cool. Is you're never.
It's like trading cards almost. Like
you got to tell me how it's like trading cards.
Okay, like I think of it in the sense of like I have certain cards, and you have certain like all right. Let's say it's like Pokemon.
I knew you were gonna fucking say that.
Let's think about like Pokemon. Like I might have not had even known certain cards exist, but then you came and showed me like, oh well, look at all these. Like look at what you can do, or like these are the newest ones, or like whatever. It's like, oh bro, I didn't even know I didn't even know those were a thing. Like now let me go get those. Like
right.
I kind of think the same thing of like moves or like because I feel like the moves are kind of universal, but the way you can put certain things, like the way that like you go about certain situations change. But Nikki's a good example where he'll come back after I haven't seen him in for however long, and he'll be like, oh well, this is what we're doing now. Like this is what's big right now, and it's like he would just put me on game and say, oh thank you, like but I know that because he went and like at one point he was training in Japan and stuff like that. Like and when he came back he had stuff to show me. It's like, oh thank you, like you went to the other side of the world and got all this information and came back to me and was like, yo, check out all this stuff, like all this cool stuff. And then
isn't that crazy though? Like he just went over there, learned another dialect of the same language and said, hey, check this out.
I think that's also where it goes back to like pack mentality. Like I'm sure you've probably heard this too. Like if you have you say a family, okay, well you're gonna go learn this, 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 and when we all come back together, now we all know all of these, but we spend the same amount of time just on different parts. Mm-hmm. But now our knowledge can come together, and now we can grow and be better because we did it with intention. We went and did these individual trades and came back together. And now we have, like, for instance, construction, you have 4 brothers and you learn how to be an electrician, you learn how to do drywall, you learn how to do concrete, and you learn how to do plaster.
And then you all come together to build a house.
Boom. Yeah. And you never have to worry about it, about having to pay someone else to build a house because now all 4 of you guys know how to do it.
Right.
Like, I feel like that's how it is at 10 Planets, Chino specifically. Like, I feel like that's the environment that I was brought up on is once like you can go other places, cross training was never an issue. Like I've heard plenty of stories where people are like, oh, like your coach is okay with you cross training, like. Yeah, what do you mean? Like, of course, like, why wouldn't he? But then I hear people like, oh, my coach did not, like, or like my old coach or this or that, whatever. Like, they would, well, you couldn't train there if you're train anywhere else. It's that. It's like, well, that's whack. Like, I ain't never.
Well, you shouldn't be there.
Yeah, literally. Like, I've never had to deal with that. Like, it's only ever been like a yes, like, go do that.
Yeah. Well, I think it's because there's so much value, and like you said, like you go here, learn this, and then when you come back, it's like, what'd you learn?
Exactly.
Like show me something.
Yeah, I sit there, and after class, I write something on my notes, and I come back and know if I was in the morning at class, and I come back and at night I'm talking to coach about it. Like it'll be like it was just the other week where I had an MMA practice and I was having a problem with a certain issue, and came back, told my coach about it, told Jeff about it, and he like we went above and beyond to fix that issue. Like he was like, okay, this is a problem that they're seeing. All right, let's fix it. Like, and being able to do that and come back and bounce these things or bounce these questions off of somebody that's so much more knowledgeable in the field. And even if he doesn't know, he's gonna know. Like he's gonna figure it out. Like I've yet to really run into a problem where he's like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what to do. I think the only time was when Dominic Mejia was down here. And we're like, and I got put in a spot and he was like, I looked at him, he's like, I don't know. Right. And he's like, Dom, what does he do? But then we had someone else answer the question.
Right. That's a special case.
Yeah, that's a very special case. But like being able to do that though, to take any information I get from somewhere else and come back and fix it, or like, I'll go get rolled somewhere else and then be like, okay, well, this worked, but this didn't work. Okay, well, let's figure out why this didn't work. Or like, let's figure out how to counter their counter or whatever it is. Like you to have that is like a constant evolution. And like I said, you never really stop learning. It's like a skill tree. You go somewhere, you get some skill points and you get to go spend them how you want them. I reference games a lot.
I know.
but yeah.
Yeah, I was so happy when I got your like Avatar reference because I was like, I actually have seen that one. Yeah.
I have I have like 2 Avatar tattoos. I have Appa and Aang.
Do you really? So that was like the only cartoon I watched with my kids that I liked.
Oh, I love Avatar.
I watched cartoons with them, but yeah.
I get it. Yeah, that's how I am with my kid. I put him on Avatar. He likes anime, so like I get to watch animes with him a lot. So like Avatar, Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, like all the top animes he likes a lot.
I have no clue who you just said.
Yeah.
Anything, bro.
Hey, shout out to the people that know what I'm talking about. But he likes all that stuff. And I find that stuff like really fascinating. I love watching animes, like especially in fight camp. I love watching anime because it's like you feel like this extra sense of power. Like you just do everything. I guess you do anything.
That's so funny, man. Like I feel like so many people like feel that way. Like you're saying, like they get so much out of anime. I just can't I can't do it, man.
Yeah, you have to find the one. There's so many different types. You have to find the one that's.
And that's what everybody always tells me.
Like
there's an anime for you, bro. I'm telling you.
It's out there. Bro. There's definitely some that I'm like, this is weird. Like there's a lot that I will not. When I watch one episode, I'm like, yeah, never again. But there's some where it's like this. The storyline just speaks so heavily where. Like you can just relate so heavily to a certain character, and it's like, oh, well, now this is my personality. This is my life. Like, if it wasn't for training and like doing what I do, I would be covered in anime tattoos. Because like once
I mean, you still could.
Yeah, but that's time off of training, and I cannot do that. Not even a little.
Not right now.
The only way is like I have to be injured and. I would not wish that on anybody.
Right. Yeah.
But that would be the only way I could see myself getting another tattoo at this point is like, okay, well, can't get it when you're sick because then obviously you're sick. But if I was injured and like something was broken, then like, well, I can't train. So might as well. But I mean, or you have the mentality like, well, your leg is broken, you can still throw hands. So that's kind of tough.
Very true. I mean, there's a guy out there that does that.
Yeah. Literally. Like, there's someone else is going to put in that work.
Yeah. But like, so. Since your fight is coming up, right? Obviously, like you're saying, you wouldn't want to get a tattoo, but like what are you gonna like train like immediately right after your day after your fight? Like, I mean, is that kind of where your head's at, or are you just like there's no off time?
Nah, there's no off time. So depending on how the fight goes, God bless. I plan to come out of the fight relatively uninjured. I understand it's a fight, anything can happen.
Mm.
But the goal is to come out in a good enough spot to continue and fight on September 20th. So August 30th is the first fight. I'm already on the schedule for the 20th, contingent on my health after the fight. After that one, we'll see what's next. Like it kind of like
I feel like they're gonna snowball, dude.
yeah,
Like, it's gonna, there's always an event.
Like I definitely feel like it needs to. Like
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't really have a personality outside of it, like outside of fighting. So it's like I couldn't, like unless I was hurt and I physically could not train. Like I don't see a reason why I would do anything else. Like what else am I gonna do? Like maybe a day I might like, oh well, I'm gonna take the day to go do this. Like, but even in this night class, like
what did you do before? Like 2 years ago. Like, what was your outlet? What was your thing? What did you like?
I tried so many different things. I used to make music.
Okay.
I used to make music at one point. I had like a home studio and all that, like record with friends, whatever. I liked it. It was cool. It was fun. I really got into that when COVID hit. Like when COVID had started,
that makes sense.
Everyone was at home. I had already been making music a little bit before that, but going to studios and paying for studio time. And then I was like, well, I can't do that anymore. So I might as well learn how to do this and learn how to do that. Did that for a little bit. Kind of started to understand that if you had a lot of money, it would be a lot easier. Like people have their own opinions on it, but I've seen some people with a lot of talent that just didn't have enough money and just weren't able to get their music in front of the right people. And it's a little bit easy. I don't want to say it's easier now because there's still so much talent out there that's untapped. But it's such a game that like there's other factors besides yourself. Like, and I think when it came to like, for instance, just to revert back to like MMA, like the only factor is yourself. Like you control everything. You control how hard you train, how often you train. Like that's what led me this way. With like, well, I'm in control of every single thing right now. Where I train and who I train with, how I train, how often, when, like XYZ, whatever. The list goes on. But yeah, so I was doing music for a little bit. And then before that, I was super heavily into cars. So I used to have a 350Z. That was my first car actually. And so I was just going to car shows, traveling, doing that.
Nice. But all that's gone to the wayside now.
Yeah, all that's gone now.
Well, no, the reason I asked was because it's like when you said like I don't have anything outside of this right now, and it's understandable, like because like you have your fights coming up right now and you have a goal, but like so it was kind of like in my head I was thinking like, well, like what are you gonna do, like not later down the road, but like there's gonna be moments where it's like I'm not training right now or I'm not fighting right now, so it's like where's that little piece at, you know what I mean, that little outlet. And
like I think a big dream, like if I think like if I could break down a dream that I have, it would definitely be, it'd still be revolved around training because I love it so much. Like I love learning new things. I love being good at something. Like, and if I could, like an absolute dream would be to like travel the world and train at all different types of places. Like I would love to go to like the number one spot I want to go to like right now is Thailand, of course. Like that's a fighter's dream. But then to go to like even to like Russia or to the UK or Brazil or wherever, like, and just be able to learn from these people and dive into the culture alongside of it. That's like the dream. Like to be able to really just go out there and do all that. Like, so not only because you could speak through jiu-jitsu and you could speak through these martial arts and stuff like that. And you can learn the languages and you can learn their cultures and so on and so forth. I think that's super fascinating. I think that'd be like definitely a dream come true. But like even at a point, like once I get older, like when competing isn't something I'm doing, like that's something going around and still being a student to the game is still what I would like to do. Like ideally, obviously, I think it's any father's goal for the son to follow their footsteps. I would love for my son to be like super all in on training and just love it as much as I do. But at the same time, I want to do whatever makes him happy. But luckily, right now, what makes him happy is training. So like that's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But like if I could imagine doing that for the rest of my life and just taking him with me all over the place and just like homeschooling him and just well, we're gonna be over here for a month, and then we're gonna go over here for a month or whatever, and it'd be like somewhat nomads, I guess, like that just love
Sounds
martial
sick.
arts. Like that would be dope.
Yeah,
Like,
dude, it
that would be
does.
a dream. And like it would be cool also like to film the whole thing, like, and I think bring culture alongside everything that you do, like to to expose it to the world, I guess, is more or less. Like there's a lot of travel and swimming shows and stuff like that, but to travel and then also just to be doing the like martial arts alongside of it, I think it adheres to a more niche group, because I don't think MMA is not necessarily the biggest sport, but it's worldwide for sure, but it doesn't have the most massive audience.
No,
Um,
it doesn't. But I mean, who knows in the next
Yeah.
decade? But right now, I think it's still soccer.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think to do that at like alongside the sport growing, and then just being able to experience all different types of things, like, and at the end of the day, just still be able to come home and then have your core group of people like, oh, well, I just got back from here, like look at what they're doing over here, this, that, or whatever. It's like kind of like that same thing I was talking about. Well, you go this way, you go this way,
Right,
you, like, you
right.
go one of these things. Like that would be so sick. Like even thinking about it now, like it makes me smile, because like
Yeah, I
that
can
would
see
be
it.
so sick. Like,
Yeah.
and I also love food too, so to go to these places and like try the food and stuff like that, like that would be really, really cool. To be like a food reviewer and like a gym, like that'd be an ultimate dream. Like I go to these places, review the food and review their gyms. This is my overall conception. Like, all right, the food's a 10, the gyms are like a 2. Like that would be super, super sick.
Dude, you can do it.
And yeah, that's expensive. It's a lot of money. It's money and time, and like I feel like,
And I don't have either.
yeah, it's all wrapped up right now.
Yeah.
We're all in on this, so maybe after becoming the champ,
Fuck yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Right on.
like, and then when I'm really big old, just get some land somewhere, build a log cabin, and build myself a rocking chair, and just have a nice little pipe, and my belts behind me, and
Oh man.
back in my day.
You know what's so funny is I feel like that's like every fucking martial artist dude that I talk to is like that's how they like want to be secluded when they're older and just like leave me alone.
Like, or I would love to have a big gym, like not even a huge, like not like big as in like I have so many people that train there, but big as in well known but respected.
Yeah.
Like what's a good example? Like classic even, or
Yeah, so I was gonna say, I think like classic.
Like-
I mean, at least here locally, it's viewed that way.
Like that's a pretty good example. But to have something like that and be able to see other people come up and like just still be involved in the sport, like it would be super, super cool. Which is like I don't think people even think this at all. But like to be so good at the sport to where after the sport people still want to hear what you have to say and become like in the analytics and stuff like that. Like
Yeah, so you get the commentators. Yeah.
like as much as people think, oh well, there's washed fighters. It's like no. Like I remember seeing Dustin Poirier on the panel yesterday, and it was like smiling because it's like, yo, like you're not gone. Like you're still in the sport. You're still doing this. Like, and I respect you enough to hear what you have to say about this fight. Like, and to have that legacy, I guess, behind it, and that much respect behind it too. Like I don't. It's not just for the wins. It's the respect that I want to get from everyone else. Like you're smart at this. Like you actually understand this. Like
Right.
you represent the sport in a very positive way. Like that is the goal. Like to be, what's the right word? To be a not entrepreneur. What's that word? I can't even think of it. But pretty much just like, yeah, to be the face of the sport would be great. But to leave something behind for people to look at.
Yeah.
I guess definitely where it comes from.
That's dope, man.
Yeah. That'd be super sick.
I mean, I think that has to be like anybody who's really taking it seriously. Like they have to be like, you have to be like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The wins and the losses are going to come.
Yeah.
You could think of somebody who, like, how many people are really undefeated still? Like, and that are done and undefeated? Like, there's not that.
Oh, dude, I don't think there's any really. What, Floyd?
Habib, Floyd. Like, there's definitely undefeated fighters out there. Don't get me wrong, but
how many like went a full career undefeated?
Yeah, like including amateurs and stuff like that.
Yeah, you know, I don't think there's a lot, dude.
That's hard. Like, but you don't remember them for the losses. You don't remember them necessarily for the wins. Like, you remember them for the fights and what they put on.
Right, right.
And so, for instance, with this fight coming up, like, I kind of got over the, oh, I need to go in there, I need to win. No, I need to go in there, I need to put on a show. Like, I need to go in there and show people what I've been doing. And more importantly, I need to go in there and I need to show my son that all the sacrifice that he's also been making alongside me is worth it. That's kind of what keeps me with all this, is like, we've already sacrificed so much time, so much energy. And like I said, mainly time. He's young. He's only 4. So more than half of his life at this point has been inside of a gym. Like, and he doesn't necessarily understand it. That's all he knows. But one day I wanted to be able to look back and be like, oh, okay, like it was worth it. Like,
yeah. Going
through all that and being at these gyms early in the morning and late at night, it was worth it. Like, I understand why he did it. And I think that's what I look at now, especially coming up to this fight. Like, the wins are going to come, the losses are going to come, but the moments that I make, especially in the ring, is going to be what people look at. That's for sure.
You know what's cool is you have a very like long outlook.
I feel like it has to be that. Like, that when I decided to be 100% and go all in on it, I had to see it as a whole future. Like if I couldn't convince myself that it was going to be something, then there's no way I can convince myself to do it, because it's cheap in the sense of, well, you only got to pay for your gym membership, whatever, and to show up throughout the week. But it's expensive. It's time. Like, you can't get the time back.
Nope.
And however much the gym membership is, like, you go drive Uber. Like,
the money will come and go. Yeah,
the money is going to be there. But if I didn't see a full future and like a full potential in it, like, I wouldn't have been as all in as I am, because I don't just think I'm good at this. I think this could be something. Like, this could be more than just, I have a couple fights. You're somebody in the sport, or your name holds weight, or whatever it might be. So
I really like, it's really cool, man, to hear, like I said, like to hear it, because it's like, it makes me think like how many people look at it in the sense of like, I'm just going to have a couple fights. You know what I mean? I don't think I've ever talked to anybody really at your stage, like not on camera, off camera, whatever. I just mean like in general, like that's at your stage, that's thinks about it the way you do, in terms of like a long-term goal, a living, like, a future.
I think
it's interesting.
I also am seeing the sport grow so massive, like, and become so massive, where I see the potential of it being that. Like, it's getting to the point where it is becoming a household thing. Where, I mean, UFC signed that deal with Paramount. Like, that alone can bring in obviously a lot more fans. But the overall sport, even on like social media, like, it's everywhere. Like, they just had that $1 million seat. They're gonna do it again.
Yeah.
Like, CGA 2 is around the corner. Like, it's doing nothing but going up. And so I guess it's time to ride the wave.
Yeah, some might say you're like at the perfect time for it then.
Yeah, right. Like, timing is everything. I feel like, because you could be as prepared as you want, but when the time's right, I guess, it is when things start to go right. What's the saying? There's no luck. It's time to meet preparation. So
yeah,
as long as you're prepared for it, whatever comes next, you're already ready.
Yeah,
and that's kind of the same thing in a fight. Like that. Like, I was thinking about it not too long ago, where it's like, well, you can't. The fight's not choreographed, but you go over every possible situation as much as you can within this period of time of what could happen in this fight, and you hope that one of them works, or not that one of them works. You hope that you covered everything, because like, you don't know, you never know,
right?
And like, this guy could come out just throw wild overhand right, and then now you're rocked. Like, did you prepare for that? Are you ready to be in that situation? Are you ready to be on bottom and get up? Like, or are you ready for it to go super smooth and you get a quick knockout? Like, you never know. Like, you got to prepare for the deep water.
So many variables.
There's a million and one variables.
Yeah.
How you feel the day of, like, did your walkout go smooth? Are you in your head all of a sudden? Like, did you see someone in the crowd that looked like somebody and now you're thinking about something? Like the most random situations can happen and will happen.
Yeah.
You can only control you though. And so I think getting used to that is huge. But being prepared for as many situations as possible is, I guess, what the sport really comes down to, right? Like,
Yeah. Sport and life.
yeah, really. Yeah. It goes back to being like how everything turns to being a universal skill.
Yeah.
Like being these preparations and like understanding how that all works. Because even understanding that all that works, and sometimes it still doesn't go your way. Like I'm not undefeated. Like I've lost a couple, I think like 2 jiu-jitsu matches. Like and one of them was a DQ. Like I couldn't. Who told me that? Like who told me that?
Right.
Like I never expected that. And the other one, I just like just didn't go my way.
I don't remember when you lost though.
I lost. I hate to even say I lost. I lost on points.
Oh, okay.
You went for a takedown. I like went for a toss and messed up on the toss. Regardless, I lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I did go for. I went for a toss and then locked onto a straight ankle and didn't let go for like 2.5 minutes. And then by the time like ended up firing go in like the last like 15 seconds and didn't get it. And then but I lost because he had the takedown.
Right.
It is what it is, whatever. Sub only is the way to go. Don't do no points.
That's funny, dude.
Like, even in those moments, you just, like you feel like you're prepared for everything. I remember going into that last one, thinking, well, I'm prepared for any outcome. And even when I had it, like I was smiling when I first got it because like, oh, I got this. Like I do this all the time.
Right.
And he wasn't tapping. Like, and I was like, oh my God. And then the doubt slowly starts to creep in, and you're like, in your head too much. You're like, well, I didn't not even that I didn't prepare. I just haven't been put in that situation where it's like, oh, now you gotta move on. You gotta not get married to the sub because this time, whenever like before that, whenever I attacked the sub, it was the final sub. I never really attacked up until it was okay. This is locked in. Boom,
right.
And so for me to feel so confident on, oh, I got this finish, and then it didn't come, I wasn't ready for that. Like mentally, I didn't think that could happen. Like, and that kind of came with like almost like a false sense of confidence. Like before that, I was on a winning spree. Like I was going crazy. Like I was winning every event like I was doing.
Yeah.
And winning them all by subs. Like I think I've only ever won one by points. I think everything else has always been by sub. So
hey man, with the wins comes the losses.
Yeah, you know, like and I remember afterwards sitting down, and I was looking around, and my brother was right there, and I was like, "What the fuck happened? Like, what the like?" And like, I also like in the moment of when I knew I lost before I lost, and that was a terrible thing to think. Like I shouldn't have mentally gave up right there. Like, I should have pushed through that. Even if I still got the loss, at least I wouldn't be able to sit here and say that I had that moment. But I also learned from that moment not to have those moments.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing too. Is like that's the thing that's kind of cool. Like listening to you is that you're actually like learning, and you're actually retaining, and you're actually like because you take it so seriously. And I feel like that's not common. As horrible as that may sound, it
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's crazy because sometimes I think like when I see other people that are just like do it as a hobby, which is great, do it as a hobby. But at first I was like, wow, like I always thought everyone did it for the same reason. Like, oh, you guys all want to compete too. But then I found out, I don't know, some people just do it for fun. And I was like, this ain't that fun. Dog. This sucks. I'm hurt. Like, but yeah, when I found people did it for fun and not everyone in the room was competing, I was like, oh, like I didn't know it was like that.
Yeah, you're the outlier, bro.
Yeah, I didn't realize that the competitors are the people that like are on a different that it's just taken differently.
Yeah,
like I thought.
You're on a whole different path.
Yeah. But
that's fine because that's what helps you, and it helps the other people. You know what I mean? even if they're not, looking at it to be a champion, but it makes them better at what they're doing. And then it helps you because now you have the bodies, you know what I mean, to do whatever you're trying to do,
Yeah, that's a big thing. Like, I'm really, really big on also like trying to teach them,
Mhm.
like whatever I can. Like, coach told me one time I got someone in the same stuff like 3 times in a row, and he was like, if you get it again, teach him how to get out of it, because if he gets better and learns how to get out of it and you can still get him, then that means you really understand the move. So like, you have those moments where you're obviously better than somebody, or in my opinion, it's just you have more time than somebody. Because I feel like everyone's good if they believe in themselves. Like, it's such a mental game, because if you don't think that you can do it, then you probably can't do it.
True.
But if you can sit there and teach somebody to be better, especially your teammates, and it does nothing but make you better. Because like, okay, well, he leveled up, and if he can start giving me a challenge, then I'm gonna get better. So I want everyone around me to be the best that they can be. That's the best.
Also, too, there's an old saying that's teaching makes you learn twice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So as you learned it, and then you taught somebody, that was your second time going through it.
You find, even in those moments, you find your little, like, it's your small details. You find, okay, well, when I'm going for this flip or whatever, like, oh, I make sure I post here for this reason, and like you re-explain to yourself. That's also why I take notes, because it's three forms of retention: being taught, teaching, and then the note taking, and like actually writing it down.
Yeah, you actually have to write it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I like to write it down. I also like to say it. Like, so I like take voice notes and then physical notes, and then teach it, and then obviously learn it. But so I try to retain as much as I can, but it's hard, especially with multiple practices a day. Like, there's definitely, your brain gets tired.
Yeah, because it's not just the amount of practices though, but it's also you're learning multiple disciplines.
Yeah,
so to retain all that is definitely hard. That's why you should be definitely taking notes.
Like, so before practices, before certain practices specifically, like, I'll go back in my notes and reread certain parts. Like, okay, I want to work on this chunk today. Like, it's a lot easier to take notes in striking than it is in jiu-jitsu. Like, I feel like jiu-jitsu is a big, heavy, like, rep, like a lot of reps. Like, that retention kind of helps. But with like striking, I feel like, yes, the reps help, but like doing jiu-jitsu alone and doing striking alone is way different. Like, you can do striking alone very easily. I shot a box for like 30 minutes a day at the very least. But before I do that, I'm reading my notes. Okay, this is what I want to practice. Like, I want to practice my keeps, or I want to practice these kicks, or I want to practice this combo, whatever. I could do that alone. And jiu-jitsu is like, oh, I want to practice my triangles, but what am I gonna triangle? Like, what? Like,
right.
And most time, if you're gonna be practicing with somebody, hopefully they're better than you, but they can also, like, those small details, like, they can give to you. But yeah, I definitely find striking a lot easier to do alone.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, there's certain things you can do jiu-jitsu wise alone, but like, yeah, definitely, like, there's a lot more moves that it's like you need a body or you need a dummy.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm like slowly finding like those like small things that you can do alone for jiu-jitsu. Like, if you get like not a medicine ball, but like the big yoga balls, and you throw them against a wall, you can use them to like sprawl.
Yeah,
or like,
it's like some wrestling shit.
Like, you can work on like your grip strengths, and like, you can find them if you look, and if you use your mind, you can find it. And your imagination. If you have a bag, you can work on like move around the body. Like, look it up on TikTok. There's stuff to do.
TikTok, oh man. I don't want to talk about TikTok. But dude, so okay. I mean, for real, like, I can sit here and just chat with you, dude, forever. But yeah, like I've said it before, like, I'm not Joe Rogan, bro. We're not gonna do 3+ hours. But I just think you have like a really, like, you're just really interesting to me, dude. Like, in the way that you think about, your life. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I'm drawing the most out of here, is just like your mindset to take this, all the way, your goal, you know what I mean? Just like 100% in. It's rare. I think it's rare. Maybe I haven't talked to enough people, but I think it's rare.
I haven't been around for too long, but it doesn't seem like it's common.
Yeah, that's why I was saying, like, yeah, you're the outlier in the room, that wants to, like, take it to the next level. You know, everybody else is like, they may love it, and you know, we train to get better and whatever. But like, you know, like I obviously like being older. Like I'm not going to be a fucking world champion.
Mhm.
I'm not going to be a fucking MMA competitor.
Yeah.
Like I do this because I love it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's fine. You know, but you have your fight coming up. What day was it again?
August 30th.
And that's for Up Next.
Yep.
And then you have, God willing, September
20th. Ivan's gonna be on that card.
And that one is for
that's Rampage's show. I don't know the name of it, to be honest.
That's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, that should be. That's why, like, when they gave me the opportunity, I was like, yeah. Like, I'll make it there.
It's like that's the first one. Who knows how many there'll be, but like that's the first one.
Yeah. Like,
if you guys,
perfect. Like, go in there, put on a show, and then become a staple for the show. Like, oh, we want you back. Like, that's huge. Like,
I did want to ask you. Actually, I forgot because we were talking, but the CJJ. Would you be open to that?
My name's already on the list.
Shut the fuck up, really?
I'm like,
for Subversive?
Yeah, I put my name on the list a long time ago. Like, we're in the comments all the time. Like, yo, sign the contract. Like, I've been trying to get a CJJ match for a minute. Originally, I think we were supposed to try to get a CJJ match before the MMA match, but just the way things work out. I mean, it was kind of whatever one came first was really the mindset, but I know we reached out for CJJ first. But I'm always down for that. Like, that's fun.
Why not?
And like the Subversive people, like that whole organization, that whole event, like I've been, I work behind the scenes for that. So like I do like some of the camera work and stuff for that. And that is a whole event in itself. Like I love doing those events.
Yeah. I'll be there for the next one. I think
I should be working that one too. I'm not. Well, depends on how everything is after the fight.
I want to be a spectator. I don't want to work.
It's cool. Well, I sit there behind the camera and just point and shoot. So, like, I don't gotta do nothing. Like I kick it. I get free food, snacks.
Nice.
And it'll be after the fight, so I'll be able to eat a little bit. I should be able to enjoy.
Oh yeah, no shit, huh?
Yeah. So I can't wait to eat after the fight. Wow, I think about that all day.
So what are you gonna eat after?
Wingstop.
This guy.
Wingstop so fast. I'm going straight there. Like. I know I have other teammates on the card, and I'm gonna stay in support. I want Wingstop right after, like, and it's so far away, and not necessarily like people obviously fight in different states and stuff like that, but it's like a 2-hour drive.
Yeah,
I'm getting Wingstop before I go home.
Like, yeah, you better.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit. I will sit there alone and enjoy myself.
That's hilarious.
Like.
The amount of love on your face right now when you said Wingstop.
So like, having this be like mid weight cut, like it's not the weight cut's not even that bad. I just love food. I love food so much, and so like to not be able to eat all the things I do love, it sucks. But I can't wait for
that's a discipline in itself, man.
To enjoy it after the fact, like that's what I'm looking forward to the most. Like. You're here on the mic in the ring. When after that, so what's next? Wingstop. That's next. That's a dream sponsor right there.
Sponsor this, man.
Give me some wings, bro.
That'd be hilarious, dude.
That'd be great.
I love it.
Shorts.
I love it, man. Wait, dude. I wish you all the best in everything you're gonna do, man. I'm gonna be there to support you as much as I can.
Absolutely.
I'm hoping to make it out to, if not both of those matches, one of them at least.
Yeah.
Shout out whoever you want to shout out, bro.
Shout out my team.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Everyone behind me, my team, my family, my friends. I mean, it's all the same at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you guys. This has not been easy. You guys definitely make it a lot easier for me. The love, the appreciation, the constant reminders of who I am. It takes me far. So I appreciate it.
Right on, dude. Hey, man. Thank you for coming, bro. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Peace.